Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome back to the Rainbow Pitch League. We are in top 8. We are featuring the second game of our quarterfinals. We have Amelia on the left, Robin on the right, and Elaine with me on the microphone. Hello, how are we doing?
Hello, we are doing well. This is the second top 8 game that we have done, and like, we both just woke up again as usual somehow.
Different time zones, same mindset. For
Yeah,
sure.
somehow we live in different parts of the world, but we're always recording when we both wake up. I'm excited to see this game. These are two really these
Yeah,
players
of
have
course.
proven
But
themselves throughout the league, obviously, as they're here in top 8. And also, what beautiful matching mats! This is the prettiest little backdrop I've ever seen. It's making me hungry.
oh, definitely. It would be so good if we could say, yeah, we gave these out to our top 8 competitors, but that was not the case. But what we will be giving out to our top 8 competitors is some fantastic prizes thanks to our sponsors. So for the top 8, our sponsors are Premier Card Grading, Fab Foundry, Andy of API Source. We have Izuardi Theorenta. I'll get that right at some point. I'm really sorry. We have Fabric, and we have TCG TED. So thank you once again to all of our fantastic sponsors, both of the top 8 and throughout our event as a whole. We really appreciate you and what you've done for us, and what even for our community specifically. Um, so yes, thank
Oh,
you very much. Oh, this game's going to be tough to edit. There's already some buffering going on with the game on my end, but it'll be fine.
oh goodness! I don't think that happened on my end. So,
It's okay if we just
uh,
run off your timing. It'll be okay. Um, but yeah, so we have a very deck. No, bad phrasing. Words. Okay. We have a deck that we're very familiar with, is what I was trying to say. And Azalea on the right, and on the left we have No. Both of these players have been featured already during our Swiss portions, so some of you may be familiar with the heroes. Um, but yes. Uh, oh, goodness. We've just spoken up here. We are on turn 0. It looks like Amelia has Arsenal to card. Nothing overly exciting.
yep. So
Um,
I guess we didn't mention it as this is a top 8 game. The priority goes to the higher seed, which in this case would be Amelia. Amelia is our fourth seed, I believe, and Robin is fifth seed.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
So this is the
Those.
close matchup, the tight matchup in regards to
Mhm.
standings. Um,
Yes.
and here we go. We are knocking the death whistle immediately, or as close to immediately, as soon as possible here. We have activated the Death Dealer to draw a card, putting the Endless Arrows into Arsenal, and then we're using this Knock the Death Whistle to try to find a card, and it is Red in the Ledger. A classic at this point, a super powerful card. One cost 5, and on hit, prevents the affected player from taking more than one action.
Yeah, a really annoying card to get hit to get hit with. This one I've never enjoyed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, it's not a good one to be hit by. Um, and, you know, it's probably why Azalea is the only hero that's allowed to use it. We have a take aim, followed by the red and the ledger. Coming in for 8.
I'm going to get a block with a blue pick to pieces. So red in the ledger will be in effect during Amelia's turn. Meaning Amelia will just have one action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't see a defense reaction there. I can't. Let's have a quick look. I should have. That's what I should have noted before how many defense reactions we're going to potentially see on Amelia's side. So there could have been like an Oasis Respite, which isn't a defense reaction, or a Sink Below from Arsenal, but there wasn't. But we are seeing a Levels of Enlightenment. The +2 mode has been chosen, and we are just going to transcend, and we're going to start on this journey of self discovery, flipping this Stir the Pot into a chi. And we are using the spooky little hat.
The spooky little hat. Oh, that hat.
um, this one does have a real name. It is the Mask of Recurring Nightmares, which is A, more of a mouthful than spooky little hat, and B, far too intimidating for the lovely little pastel background we have on our battlefield. So this is going to force Robin to banish a card from her hand, remove some of the offensive options that she's going to have into Amelia in the following turn, and I believe that's a Rain Razors that's hit the banish zone.
Does look like a Rain Razors. Yep, we're getting a Skullbone Crosswrap activation. So opt one, we're gonna put it to the bottom. Flipped a Remorseless in our arsenal. It's also going to the bottom a yellow Bolton Shot.
Mm-hmm. We have to assume
Yeah.
that the hand has a bunch of pumps, and we're trying to get double arrows here. So that is a Lace with Bloodrot on this Bolton Shot coming in for a hot 6 damage.
Yep, because Bolton Shot is buffed, it does have Go Again and on hit reload.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the good thing about this for Robin, of course, is that, never mind, I was going to say, if it doesn't hit, she still has access to her Death Dealer there. But there we go. Oh, Amelia's prepared. She has her very own Bloodrot token. She doesn't need
Yep.
Robin's one to be on the opposite side of the field. She wants to see it herself, and it looks... Is it foil? Maybe.
I think so. I think so. Those were I liked when they did those promos for the
Mm.
Outsiders pre-release. Those were nice. Of a Death Dealer activation with the Endless Arrow into Arsenal. Oh, goodness. Lace with Inertia, Endless Arrow. So what is this coming in for 7 on hit back to hand, on hit Inertia?
Mm-hmm. There's so many words attached to these arrows.
Yeah. So they all always have on hits and buffs and just nonsense going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense in a good way, for the Azalea players at least.
And as a control player, you really don't want that inertia token to hit. Um, Losing your arsenal and your ability to is just super disruptive. Um, Especially if you want to kind of maybe try to keep a card floating throughout the course of multiple turns as an option. Or we can just play it here. Here's looking for a scrap, 2 resources remaining, 1 card in hand. We've banished that pick to pieces from the previous turn, coming in for 5. And what I like about the previous block is not only are you not getting the inertia token, but you're also getting the block value off the arm piece before you sacrifice it eventually to get those multiple attack reactions. But this looks like a surgical extraction.
Yep. Um Robin went ahead and took the 5. Now the surgical extraction, is that correct? Is that
Mm-hmm.
anyway, is a contract card. The silver here is important, which we haven't seen the Black Tech Whisperers come into play this game, but I'm sure that we will see them into play. So starting to get your silver in your pockets is never a bad idea when you're playing Black Tech Whisperers. You can continuously bring them back into play. Contract on surgical extraction is looking to banish blue cards. It's going to banish from the top of the deck and from hand if it hits.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now the
I don't see.
chance. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
you
Go
don't
ahead.
see? I was gonna say the chance to see blue cards off this contract is fairly low.
Yep.
Just on the basis that we've already seen one Knock the death Whistle being pitched, and there is only 3 Knock the Death Whistles in the deck as your blues. Um, so you'd have to be some kind of lucky to see both of them off the. There was one on the
Oh
top
my
of the deck.
gosh! Look at the silver. Oh my gosh.
Never
Oh
mind. You know.
my.
Never mind. Okay.
Wow. No, it is crazy too because Amelia also knows that Robin only has three blues total in this deck, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is an open deck list
Mm-hmm.
at this point in the league. Top eight, they have full knowledge. Wow, what a
Yeah.
hit!
I mean, I have to assume the main reason for doing that is to take one card out of Robin's hand, right? Like she got rid of the
Yeah,
red in the ledger just then, but that's actual just like gravy, I guess, right? Um,
yeah.
Now, key to note on the topic of only having three blues in Robin's deck list here is that we are likely never going to be playing cards through Nu's actual hero ability. Um,
Yeah.
there will be nothing to play other than knock the death whistles in your assassin deck. So we have a Spider's Bite that I believe has hit, and we have a Leave No Witnesses that is getting both
Venomous
tokens.
bite. Yeah. That's a yeah, venom
Or are
well,
they both Venomous Bites? They are both Venomous
venomous
Bites.
that's a venomous bite and a fang strike, I
Oh,
believe.
right. They just look
Yeah.
so similar. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it is coming in for a whopping 8 damage. We are banishing. Oh, there's a red card. We've got the second silver token. Third silver token? Huh? Oh, the card in Arsenal, right. That makes sense. Okay. Yes, Leave No Witnesses being a very kind of, I would say small Command and Conquer, but that was a big Command and Conquer there.
That was a pretty big Command and Conquer.
And we have 3 silver tokens already. Like, we're now at, like, I was of the assumption that you can't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be able to get 2 activations off of your Black Tech Whisperers, but now we can. We have the resources, we have the means to do it, and we have 7 damage coming at Amelia.
Yeah, Robin does not seem scared. Just taking the damage, said, "Have your silver. I'm gonna throw enough. I'm throwing stuff back at you. We'll see if you even get the chance to use it." With
Mhm.
this loaded up Bolton shot.
Yeah, no, for sure. No disruptive on hits here, but it is going to keep Robin's offense flowing should this hit. The Death Dealer has been used this time, so she's really hoping that this one hits if she wants to keep on attacking here. Or at least she wants Amelia to think that she wants to keep on attacking here, so we'll see. Because, if you get 3 cards out of this situation, you're probably okay. But what I suspect we'll probably see is we'll see the feet coming in for 1, and 2, 3 defense cards from hand to get to that 7 point. The Blackneck Whispers. Or we'll just see an unmovable from Arsenal.
Unmovable from Arsenal. You were talking about defense reactions, and yep, that is in the deck. And
Mm-hmm.
as with the sync blows and unmovables, and there is the third.
Yeah, correct. There will be no blues left in the deck after this. And this is a really neat way to kind of get another arrow into your arsenal still, despite having used the Death Dealer, so she can put this on top, reload a card into her arsenal that she doesn't need for now. Maybe try to start setting up a stack. This game could go long. It is an assassin game. And then still have a card to arsenal after this endless arrows should it hit.
Yeah, but setting up a stack here when most of your deck is going to be banished away, the banishes really do mess with. You have to be quite diligent of your pitch stacking if you're trying to stack against an assassin who's trying to
Mhm.
banish away your deck.
Yeah, it's. I guess it would kind of be something like the you're just trying to set up potential plays or know what's left in your deck threat density, I guess, at the end of the game, as opposed to trying to play for specific turns. Or, like, unless you're really good, you can keep track of that despite the banishes. But we have defended for 4.
For four with
That.
an eradicate and the black tech whisper.
Mm-hmm. The
We are
lace
still
with
frail.
frailty? Yeah. So those daggers are not coming in this turn. Um, yeah. Eradicate, once again, also, like, there's very few yellows in the deck. So,
Yeah.
Robin incidentally playing around these powerful, older contract cards on the virtue of her deck being mostly red. But this is the one that you want. We have a. This is a perfect kind of target for the Blackjack Whisperers here. Because you are likely to hit red cards off this Leave No Witnesses, especially because there is a card in Arsenal. So if there's no blocks here, we could see a go again sort of thing going on, and maybe playing that other card in hand if it's also a zero cost, but maybe not actually. That might just be reserved for the Arsenal. Maybe I should have stuck to my instincts. Amelia is picking
I'll
up her Blackjack
say
Whisperers. This could also just be a way to try to refresh the Blackjack Whisperers as fast as possible to defend with. Even if you don't use the go again here, but there was a yellow card on top.
an amplifying arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was the arsenal?
It was the Endless Arrows that hit last turn.
And right. Yes. A drill shot.
Mm-hmm.
I always see that and think it's boom grenade, and then I get confused what's going on. But it's
I
not.
always see it and think it's like one of those like sticks that you like use to like serve your honey if you're like really fancy.
Oh, it does look like, yeah, a little honeycomb fancy stick.
Mm-hmm. But similar to a bee, this attack will sting. It is coming in for 10 damage. It's coming in for 10 damage,
uh,
threatening a Ponder token. And that is a release the tensions, which I believe is defense reactions can't be played from.
from Arsenal. From Arsenal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your Fable points. And we have.
I came prepared today for the Fable quizzes.
Mhm, mhm.
Going to get the Black Tech Whispers back.
Yep,
Spend some
and
silver.
yeah, but we have two left. We can do this again. Not with this hand,
Yeah.
because we did lose all four cards in hand to stop that Ponder token from happening. There is a Spire Sniping. When this is revealed, you get to opt two. When it's put into. Is it flipped from when it's face up in your arsenal? I can't remember the exact wording of how
I
it
think
works.
Spire, yeah, when it's flipped face up in your arsenal, then you can look at the top two cards of your deck.
Mhm.
I
So we're
think
getting
so.
quite a bit of card selection here between this and the Skullbone Cross Wrap. Tunic counters on Robin's side. 3 for Amelia. We're getting the Azalea activation. We are putting away the Spire Sniping for another turn. And we are revealing a yellow Bolton shot.
Ooh.
And this is the only time that, we will see the words yellow and Bolton in the same phrase in our top 8. There was no Boltons in the top 8.
Don't break my heart like that.
I've always said he's my favorite hero that I've never played. And it's still true to this day. I think
I have
he's
a little
fantastic.
I have a little Bolton keychain. He's so cute.
So adorable. Okay, we have the premeditate. We've got the means to give this Bolton shot go again. It is coming in 4/6 with an on-hit Ponder Threaten. How many cards are in Robin's hand? Still. Was it 3? Yes, she didn't have
I
to
believe so, yeah.
defend the no attack turn on the previous turn. So Robin really starting to get this tempo back again. We got the Ponder token, but just kind of shows how powerful like stripping your opponent's hand is. Like not being attacked gives you so many more options on your following turn. As we see here, 6 damage. We've gained the Ponder token. We've reloaded a card. We are lacing with some inertia.
Inertia, yes. And but that is an infecting shot, which is also on hit inertia, on hit the blood rot pox.
Mm-hmm. But
Blocking with a blue oasis.
Oasis Respite?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I was not expecting to see that. I know I saw it in the deck list, but I still wasn't expecting it.
Kind of just like the reunion of Oasis recently.
Yeah. I think that first attack Amelia was happy to take because do you know this card?
It is.
Your favorite.
I know it's not called Prognostic Prognosis, but that's what I want to say.
Persuasive prognosis. And we are getting a goodness. We are getting
Preserved Tradition? Is that what this one's called?
yes. Yes.
Okay.
It is a preserved because we're gonna put the card from graveyard at the bottom of the deck. When they're marveled, I suddenly forget everyone that I'm like looking at. Oops, scary hat.
There's the scary hat. So we have one reaction on this persuasive prognosis. Um,
Yes.
this is the one where on hit you banish a card from hand in every copy of it. Is that correct? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, from hand and from deck. Same. I think. Oh wait, no. I think you banish the top of your deck and banish a card from hand, and you want it to be the same color.
Oh, the same. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
that's a
Codex of
Codex of Frailty.
Frailty. That's a good hit.
That's even though it's not a blue, that's one you don't want to see being played against you. And we're looking at the hand as well.
Oh my
Oh my goodness,
goodness. Second Codex. And yeah, wow. Two codexes just like that in one hit.
that's stuff that
It's
surgical extraction dreams are made of.
a powerful, persuasive prognosis. Look at that triple alliteration, our favorite thing in the Rainbow Pitch League.
We love triplets. The
Yeah,
power of three.
things and
Um,
three.
not only that, because of the scary hat and the persuasive prognosis, because of the two coming together, Robin was left with a two-card hand there, and we're going to see both cards being played into this drill shot that I. Yep, into this drill shot. So this is coming in for 10 damage. Defense reactions are unplayable from which
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Yep,
It's yeah.
and that
Eh,
laced with frailty. So frailty on hit as well. And we're also going to be removing a minus. Uh, we're going to be adding rather a -1 counter to a piece of equipment should this hit. Um, we are
yeah,
sinking
from hand.
from hand and taking 6. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see where she puts this -1 counter on. It's on the spooky little hat.
Hmm.
I hope LSS doesn't have a problem with us calling it the spooky little hat.
It's a scary hat, Elle says. If you do, it spooks me out. Sitting across from it spooks me out.
Yeah,
That's all our silver.
that is a silver, but there we go. We have gotten 2 buybacks of this Black Tech Whisperers doing its very best Valiant Dynamo impression. And we have another Leave No Witnesses, slightly less threatening with no arsenal, but threatening enough to get a respectful 2 card block rather.
It's an infecting shot and a remorseless. I believe that was an infecting shot on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Also, this seems like the turn where maybe we have too many arrows and not enough things to grow the arrows. And looks like we just drew something to grow the arrow. This is a read the glide path. Now allowing Robin to decide whether she wants to activate the Azalea. Replace this non-dominant arrow with a dominant arrow. Oh, that's a laser blood rot. Maybe I wasn't entirely right, but this is coming in for 10 damage with an on-hit blood rot, and The arrow goes back to hand. Once again, asking Amelia, do you want to give me 3 cards plus an equipment, or do I get this back? Once again, reclaiming this tempo. She took a bit of damage, but she's going to be taking a lot of cards back out of this.
Ten damage is a lot when you're 14 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
The life totals really have been consistently consistent. You know, no one has been super dominating this game. No
Yeah.
one's had a major life lead over the other. I have a blood rot pox going to Amelia because I took the damage off that laced up arrow.
Mm-hmm. I can't hear the word lace and not think of Billie Eilish. Just as an aside.
Oh goodness. I was
we
listening to that while I was editing this game, actually. But anyways, we've got a looking for a scrap. Robin's gonna take the 5 damage. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
into a CNC.
Super powerful 3 card hand turn. Here we still get an arsenal on Amelia's side as well, or a potential paying of the blood rot, also an option here. Um, both are fine options when you are on 7. But before we get to that point, let's not skip ahead. We are attacking for 6. We're taking 2 cards from Robin's hand, leaving Robin with a 2 card hand plus the arsenal. Command and Conquer once again proving why it's so powerful. It just kind of demands something. Your opponent's turn is going to be hindered in one way, but we are getting that ever powerful Skullbone Crosswrap to see if we can dominate. I think that might have been a Codex, which you don't really want to Azalea into here. Once again, we have another lace with blood rot on to this endless arrows. Very similar in play than last turn, but this time we're premeditating. We're gonna attempt to get a ponder token.
For 10 again, block looks right now like a venomous bite and just a nick.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking for
That's 6.
cover 6. Oop, and there's the rest of the 4.
So we are not running it back. We are not getting the same results last turn. We're choosing not to sync. I believe that's the second sync we've seen this game.
Yes, I believe so. Warmonger's diplomacy being pitched. Opening with a spider's bite.
Mm-hmm. Taking the 1, and we have a Codex here. Super powerful way to get back into this game. We're getting the Command and Conquer back. We have the resources to play it because of
Tunic.
this Tunic. Yeah, maybe Amelia feels bad, like, I'm sorry, I've taken 2 of your codexes away. Here's my codex. You can also get a card back in your arsenal. It will have a frailty, which, unlike the previous game where the frailties do not do a whole lot against Prism, frailties do a lot against Rangers.
Yep, everything is coming from the arsenal.
Mm-hmm. So we get a Remorseless discard. Surprise, surprise, here's Command and Conquer coming in for 6. Robin has 3 cards in hand, 1 card in arsenal, and this is just a super tough way to, again, take more resources and or life total from Robin. There we go. 6 damage. Don't press it again. Don't do it. Don't be greedy. And there's the endless arrows gone.
What a powerful, I mean, Codex is just so good. What a powerful turn. Amelia started that turn with 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal, and ended it putting Robin to 3 life and with a card in arsenal. I mean, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure the majority of us are familiar now with just how powerful Codex of Bloodrot is and how problematic it's been. Speaking of problematic, though, problematic for the board state, not as like it's a fine card to have exist in the game. Speaking of, though, we have 8 damage with this release the tension on this red in the ledger. We have an alarm notification for Amelia. It's 8 p.m. somewhere. Um,
Uh, release the tension. Speaking of too powerful, release the tensions on the board. So this red of the ledger is coming in for
8.
-1.
-1 because of frailty, so we can block it cleanly for
7.
7. And perfect time to block the tunic. You've just used it. I mean, this game might go 3 more turns, but you can't be upset in the case where you're stopping a red ledger from hitting you and you have no counters on that tunic. And this is
Bonds of Agony.
with 2 cards in hand.
Robin's deck. This game has not been going on. This game's been, what, 30 minutes? Robin's deck is getting very thin.
Yeah. We might hit that pitch deck of 1 card I was talking about.
Yeah. Thinking about blocks here.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia, I believe, only has 2 cards in hand. So I don't think we can get to 4 reactions. If we could, it'd be very difficult. Maybe if we had something like if you did the Black Tech Whispers, a hiss or a venomous bite with a siren's call, perhaps. I
Mm-hmm.
think is the only combination that could get to
The
the
main problem is that there's no cards pitched at the moment. So there's no resources currently. One of the cards has to be a
right.
resource card.
Oh, right, because yeah, I did the math wrong in my head.
Well, we could see something here is like maybe a path well traveled. Like this is a blue card, so you could get the go again from that, or some other sort of transcend card, which
Mm-hmm.
allows you to use your spooky little hat, and then maybe you arsenal, or maybe you come in with the levels of enlightenment, um, to try to draw a different card after.
Sacred Art?
Yes,
That'd be a big play.
the sacred art would be pretty strong here.
big play.
Do you have the resources to do everything? You can pitch a blue, play the sacred art,
Just don't know.
and
I'm sure
then that would
Robin
give
is
you.
doing the same type of math that we're trying to do right now, saying, can you even turn on this Bonds of Agony?
Yeah, if you have the sacred art here, you get both tokens, right? You get the hiss and the fang strike. Not the hiss. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the
yeah.
slither and fang strike. So you could play the sacred art. It goes back to your hand as a transcended chi. You can play both tokens. You can activate the Black Tech Whisperers for no effect, and then you can activate the spooky little hat, and that would be the 4 reactions needed.
Spooky little hut.
We found a way for this to possibly happen.
How likely is it now? You want to do the percentage math?
Um, Considering this is double blocked, I'm going to say not likely.
Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
drop in the ocean,
Hmm.
and the Black Tech Whispers, and the spooky little hat. And oh, just a Nick. We forgot about just a Nick.
Oh,
Oh, duh. Well, this is. We did all this pondering.
I mean,
Down to
Robin did
1.
well to block enough to stay alive here. Why was the Black Tech Whisperers used? Am I missing something? Oh, it's only
You have to
3
get.
reactions, not 4.
I say.
Okay, that's why. And we are removing all of the copies of the
Seek and
action
destroy.
that's kind of like inertia. Yes, he can destroy.
Seek and destroy.
Hmm. And for good measure, we're also going to remove a Bolden Shot. just for a little bit of extra spice. And that is just completely stripped resources from Robin. We have a tunic for Remorseless. Does Robin have a hand?
I don't.
Don't
I
think so,
don't think
right?
so. I don't think so.
It's not the position you want to be if you're Robin. Amelia can now start applying the Assassin Kodachi lock here with 2 daggers, the opponent on 1. And you can just like kind of double block this card and not take any damage and still take resources from Robin. There is still a defending piece of equipment in the tunic for Robin, but Amelia has a healthy 4 life lead over Robin. 5 times her life total. 400% more life.
Wow. Look
Don't
at
be
those
impressed.
margins. Look at those. Look at those margins. Look at those quick math skills. Oh.
We are thinking about something. The defense here. It looks like Amelia's content almost to defend with just 1 card here. This will allow 2 damage to come through, going to 3, and now action cards will cost Amelia 1 life. Um, maybe she's thinking that playing an actual action card instead of the weapon will threaten more than just 2 weapons, where you can kind of only get 1 equipment from it. We have defended here on the beckoning mistblade rather. I just see the flowers in the background. I think blossoming. So the tunic is going in front of this, and we still have a couple cards to play with here. Maybe lose life.
We're going to go for the dagger Kadachi lock.
Mm-hmm.
Codex of Blood Rot. That is a Art of Desire Mind.
Mm-hmm. Most importantly, it is lethal damage. So this will
It
demand
is
another
lethal
card.
damage.
And there we go. So Amelia traded 3 life to get 1 more card out of Robin's hand, and that
Just 1 life.
a 3 life in the sense that she defended
Oh
3 and took
yes,
2.
yes. 3 and it took 2. It's a thin, very thin deck from Robin.
Mm-hmm. And there's the third
Codex.
Codex of Frailty from Robin, the one that wasn't banished, the one that got away. And we're seeing endless arrows here, which is kind of super important when your deck is your hand size. I didn't actually do the numbers. I don't know if that's true or not. It just kind of looks like it. So we have the take aim. There's a frailty for Amelia. Amelia's still deciding on the codex.
Frailty's really nice when you're out 1 life staring at those daggers.
Oh yeah. Would like to preemptively stop those from happening. Especially with like no equipment to put in front of that beckoning mistblade anymore.
Right.
But just not having to deal with that spider's bite also pretty big. And this endless arrows is going to demand some cards as well. Life totals are pretty low.
Come in for 7.
Yes, currently. I think Robin does have a card in hand. Maybe I'm wrong. As he plays the codex, discard a card.
I don't think that she does, but
Yeah, no,
maybe
she
I am
shouldn't.
also wrong.
I think her hand forced her to discard a card to the Codex of Frailty. So the 3 card hand she had would have been Codex card discarded, which I've missed, and this take aim. So, and this arrows for 7.
You should just have the take aim and the codex because Beckoning Mistblade got Tunic, and Spider's Bite got a card, and then the Art of Desire Mind
Oh,
got a
true. Okay.
card. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was 2 cards used to block plus a Tunic for the 3 attacks that Robin faced the previous turn from Amelia. So it's just the take aim and the codex, and put the endless arrow in the arsenal from the codex. It looks like Amelia chose Command and Conquer to
Mm-hmm.
put in the arsenal from the codex.
And there's the endless arrows on Robin's side, and I think she's deciding whether she wants to launch it here or not. Amelia does have 3 cards in hand, and approximately, if I had to guess, 89 more cards in deck. Um, so Amelia is probably okay to just triple block this endless arrows, uh, knowing that Robin's really running out of options here. Actually, if it comes in for 7, Amelia could block with 2 cards in hand, assuming they're both 3 defense cards, and the spooky little hat to get to that crucial 7 point, stopping the endless arrows from even hitting, and then still having the resources to play the Command and Conquer for 5, but to disrupt the Ponder token arsenal that Robin will get at the end of this turn.
Yep.
And the hat's kind of done its job at this point. So we are looking for a Dominator card. That is a Codex of Bloodrot. Robin was running the percentages to try to see if she could hit something with Dominate.
It looks like she could
Looks like
not.
she's just conceded the game. Okay.
Wait.
Super. Yeah.
Congratulations, Amelia. Moving on to top 4, but I mean, well played from both sides. This was a close game. I don't think anyone was particularly dominating throughout the game. Yeah.
And with that being said, we are running out of time, so thank you all for watching our league. It was wonderful to have you here, and we will see you for game number 3 of our top 8 here at the Rainbow Pitch League.